What's going on, you guys? Is your boy and the Matrix. I'm back with another video, and today I have an interesting story. So we're gonna be talking about plagiarism, fan art, copyright issues, and all that stuff, right? And yeah. So when I saw this story, I was gonna post it on my other channel of Andy Matrix Gaming, on my gaming channel, but because it has to do with art, I decided to post it here, right? And this is basically a message to you guys saying, hey, be careful with fan art. Be careful with fan art. I know a lot of people like to sell, fan art at anime conventions and such, but there's two companies that I would not want to mess with, and that's Disney and Pokemon. I'm just saying. Okay, so let me post the article here. So the article says, this is coming from VideoGameChronicles.com, and it says Pokemon Company removes two table card game pocket card designs and deeply apologized following claims of plagiarism. Okay, it says a Chinese fan artist, noticed their Ho-Oh art looked similar to that used in a new card design in the mobile game. So here is the design, right? So on the left is the fan art. On the right, it is the Pokemon card that Nintendo supposedly, took and just they slapped, they put a sun on the back and throw it on a Pokemon card to put it on a new booster pack or whatever. Okay. So yeah, so the story goes, the artist, the Chinese artist, he just made, right? He just decided to I guess he posted this on his social media, whether if it was Twitter or Instagram, I don't know. It's a Chinese artist. And then one day he just, I guess he's a Pokemon fan, obviously. And I guess he saw the trailer for some new booster packs, and one of the cards happened to be Ho-Oh, and it looked too similar to the one that he made. Honestly, it looks like AI made it, It looks like it was just made by AI, and in Pokemon they just used ChatGPT or an AI art generator and just added a sun on the back and just poof, threw the design on a Pokemon card, and then that was it. Now, Nintendo did apologize, saying, "Oh, sorry guys, yeah, sorry about that. There was an issue with the design, so we are delaying this design." Right, typical corporate speech, right? It's a corporate speech. Now, what did the guy do? What did the Chinese artist do? And the answer is absolutely freaking nothing. Okay, because although he did create that fan art, and Nintendo basically, I mean, can you really say that Nintendo stole it? Because it does belong to Nintendo. Nintendo owns Pokemon. So taking fan art from somebody, it's illegal. No, well, actually, taking fan art that of a design that actually belongs to them and intellectual property that belongs to them, can you really say that it's plagiarism? I mean, it belongs to them, right? I wouldn't say it's plagiarism, guys. Now, I guess maybe the only thing that the artist can sue is that is for the reason that Nintendo didn't pay them for the design. So he could have said, "Hey," because the artist did say it was commissioned, like somebody hired him to do it. So he could have said something like, "Oh, well, Nintendo hired me to do that artwork, and so I didn't get paid." Right? He could have used that excuse or something like that. Maybe to get some money out of Nintendo. Right? But no, he really can't do anything. And if you know Nintendo the way that gamers do, Nintendo's a very tricky and Nintendo can be sketchy, especially with their intellectual properties. They're very, very, very protective of their intellectual property. So it's hard to get away with something like this, So, to make the long story short, this battle was not won. Nintendo did apologize for making it seem like it was brand new artwork that they created, but Nintendo apologized simply because what did they apologize for? They just apologized for having the wrong artwork, right? Because the artwork was not original, basically. And that's pretty much it. That's the end of the story. But if things had escalated, you know, because much like Disney, Nintendo's very protective over their intellectual property. So Nintendo could have easily sued the guy and gotten away with it because, first of all, they're Nintendo and they are known for making an example of people who use their intellectual properties without their permission. And second of all, is Nintendo is their intellectual property, and if they use your fan art for one of their, I don't know, promotions or illustrations or a poster or something, they can do that without permission because they're Nintendo and Pokemon belongs to them. So if you're gonna do fan art, I mean, I do fan art. You guys see my artwork. I do fan art, and I say only use it to grow on social media. Don't try to sell it. Because if Nintendo had found out that this guy was selling, you know, Pokemon art or something like that, he probably could have gotten in trouble, you know. But I think fan art is okay as long as you're not trying to make money off of it, right? You know, you could use fan art for your resume. You can use fan art on YouTube videos, but I mean, it's your YouTube video, so if you monetize it, they can't say anything. But other than that, I think that yeah, there was really no way for this guy to get away with this. You know, Pokemon, you know, Nintendo just apologized simply because, you know, they had an artwork that they did not originally made, and I guess somebody called them and like, hey, this artwork was made by somebody else. But even if Nintendo had decided to just, you know, be arrogant about it, like, hey, Pokemon originally belongs to us, so we do not have to, you know, they could say something like, oh, well, we don't have to apologize, or, you know, this is our intellectual property, so we can use it however way we want. They could do that, but, you know, because they got to protect their image, you know, they had to be a little nicer about it. They got to be a little nicer about it. Yeah. But anyways, whatever your thoughts are on this story, make sure to comment below, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for future notifications. Everybody, it's your boy, Andy Matrix. Godspeed.